Hi there. Welcome. My name is Asha Nelson, and I am your host today. And we are celebrating International Dot Day, brought to you by Lumio. I'm joined with my colleagues Holly and Lois. Say hello, ladies.
Hi,
Hey there.
everybody.
And they will be showing you some really cool things you can do within Lumio. And of course, it's all about International Dot Day. They will be showing us different things as far as lessons go, how to create some really engaging lessons for our students. So I'll pass it over to you, ladies.
Thanks, Asha. Welcome, everyone, to International Dot Day. For those of you that might not know what we're celebrating, International Dot Day is based on this fantastic book, The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. And this book, there's so many fantastic things about this book. Lois, what's your favorite part?
I mean, it's just so empowering, right, Holly? I mean,
It is.
so many great things to take from this book. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend reading it to your students.
I I there's so much I love about it, but I love the way that it really just encourages this idea that everybody can be an artist when we practice that original out of the box thinking. But you know what I also love? Like you said, the empowering piece of it of when we empower each other, whether that's a teacher empowering their students or when we empower our friends or our family, like just the power of that and how what an impact that can have on somebody's self-confidence and believing in themselves. And it's such a special book. And so because of the specialness of the book, the International Dot Day has been created where you can celebrate this with your students. Lots of ideas we're going to share. And if in order for you to get all of these ideas, we're going to be sharing a link at the end so that you can sign up to get all of the resources that we share. And included in those resources that we're going to share is a YouTube video of the author, Peter H. Reynolds, reading the book out loud. So if you're not familiar with it, be sure to sign up for those resources. You can get that YouTube video as well. So today we're going to be reviewing three ideas, three ways that you can use Lumio to celebrate International Dot Day. But there's going to be even more ideas in the resources that you'll get when you sign up at the end. So make sure that you get those. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the power of shapes and lines that Lumio has for both teachers and students and how we can really use those shapes and lines to practice all of our artistic skills. Then what's
Yeah.
next, Lois?
Well, so then we have the infinite cloner, which is really great because you can use those shapes and lines and infinitely clone them. But you can also pull in other content and infinitely clone that as well,
I love that infinite clone art's like my favorite thing. And
right?
then finally, we're going to use one of our game based activities, Flip Out, but we're going to use it in a new, original, out of the box way to add student choice to any lesson. So be ready for that. Let's jump right into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. So, first of all, I'm going to show you how to add these activities for yourself when you're building your own lesson for your students. So, I'm actually going to switch into our edit mode and I'm going to go edit my lesson. And we're going to take a look. Our first activity is to encourage students to think about if they were a bird, they're flying up above, and they're looking down and what might they see? What are some, I don't know, Lois, what would a bird see that would be dot resembling?
Hmm. Well, I'm kind of hungry, Holly. So, how about a shiny green apple?
Ooh, I love that. Love that. Okay, so when we're getting this ready for our students, I'm going to come up here to our shapes tool, click on the shape, and here's my dot right there. I'm going to double click on that. Fantastic. I can make it however big I want. And then I'm going to put it over here so it's ready for my students. And then what do you think I'm going to do to it, Lois?
Perhaps you might infinitely clone it?
You know I love the cloner, so right here I just go to infinite cloner and now look at that. Now we can have all the dots because we want to encourage the fluency of ideas, right? So okay, so Lois's bird is going to see an apple. So let's turn this into an apple. And okay, then students can use their line tools and add a little, we can add a stem to an apple. Love it. I'm a little hungry too, Lois, but I kind of want a donut.
Oh, what's your favorite donut?
I really like just the old-fashioned donuts, right? Like just your classic. So good. But like okay, we can just make a donut here. Yum. So we can that use that infinite cloner to just encourage all of the flexibility of ideas, elaboration, originality, so many fun ways that students can just practice their artistic skills and also thinking like a bird, thinking from a bird's eye view. So maybe it's a ladybug, maybe it's a yo-yo, maybe it's a tire, maybe it's an Oreo cookie or a pizza.
I
uh,
love that. I was looking at the tire and I was actually thinking button. So I love how everybody
yes,
sees something different, right?
yeah, that is so true. It does also look like a button. It could totally be a button. I love that. You're so right. So right. Let's now turn our dot into something unexpected. Sound okay?
Let's
So
do it.
our next idea, our next activity that you could do with a student is again encouraging students to come up, think outside the box, think about original, think about unique, and turn the dot into something unexpected. So in this case, I want my students all to start from the same spot. So I'm going to give them a dot to start with. And so I'm going to give everybody the same dot, and I'm going to turn my dot black here. It was green from when we made it an apple. So I'm going to put my dot somewhere on the page, and I want all my students to start from the same place. And what's great about that is because we're all original, unique thinkers, we're all going to create something new. And it's going to be so fun to see what everybody creates. But since I want everyone to start from the same place, I'm going to lock it into place so that now they can't move it around. It's there, and we can all start from the same place and turn it into a sailboat, or I don't know, what else could it be? What are you gonna turn your dot into, Lois?
Well, so I was playing with this myself and I turned mine into a scooter.
Yes. Yeah, lots of dots in a scooter. I love that. Fantastic. I think that I would actually take my dot and I might turn it into like a flower garden. And yeah, and the dot is like the middle of the flower and everything's coming out from it. I think that that would be a really fun one to do. Um, Now, I want to point out we need to make some magic happen. Why do we need to make magic happen, Lois?
Well, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, it tells you that this is student view only. So students can't actively engage with the content yet, but I have a feeling you have some magic to make that happen.
I have a magic wand. I'm going to go back up here to my original page for students. Once I've got it all ready to go, it's set. It's ready for students. So I have a magic wand. I've always wanted one. And I have 3 choices. I can make it an individual handout. I can make it a group workspace if I want students to work on it in small groups, and I can make it a whole class whiteboard so that we can all participate together. So for this one, maybe I want it to be an individual handout, and I just click that button and now it's ready to go. It's automatically an individual handout for students. One of my favorite things, though, about the group workspace and the whole class whiteboard is the fact that even when we're all contributing together, as the teacher, I can always see who added each idea. So I can see all of the different thinking that's coming from my students. And I love the power of that.
That's really great, Holly. And you know what another great benefit of using Lumio is not only can you see who's participating, but you can give immediate feedback whether you're in the classroom or not, right?
I absolutely can. As the teacher, I'm able to see my students' work live and I can respond to it right away. And so, whether that's giving that encouragement or, asking an idea to asking a question to help clarify their thinking, I can give that feedback no matter where they're sitting, whether they're sitting in my classroom or sitting at home, doesn't matter. I can give them feedback. So that's a great point. I also think it's important to remember that Lumio is free to sign up, and you can sign up by going to lum.io. We'll remind you of that at the end. But if you're not already a Lumio user, check it out. It's so much fun, so many powerful tools, including I think we should flip out now.
Let's do it, but not really flip out, right?
I mean, we're going to flip out with excitement, right?
Okay, okay, that
Okay,
works.
okay. Now I'm gonna show you how to add this activity so that you can see how easy it is. I'm gonna click the blue plus button and I'm gonna come here to game-based activities. And you'll notice that in Lumio, we have lots of game-based activities. And if you're not sure how to play any of these games, that's okay. There's a handy little graduation cap in the corner of each of our games, and you can just click that to see what each of these games is all about. So when we look at Flip Out, I don't know, Lois, how would you use this in your classroom?
So typically I used it for vocabulary, like just have the word and then the definition. Then maybe I would add something else so that they could use it in a sentence, the synonym, the antonym, but that's typically how I would use it. I have a
Absolutely.
feeling you have more magic in store for us.
I mean, I have an idea, but let's just talk about that there is so much power in practicing our recall facts with flashcards. And it could be vocabulary words, it could be math facts, it could be chemistry symbols if you're teaching secondary level. So many different possibilities. But I have an idea about how we can use the flip out activity to create a choice board for students to add student choice and voice to any lesson. So I'm going to show you just really quick how to get this set up. So first of all, on my facing up side, I could add words here or I could add an image. And first of all, we do have our Bing Safe Search built in. So you can just you can search. Okay, so I want a dot, I can search Bing. All right, that's cool. I also have some images on my desktop saved that I can select. So maybe I want to have a green dot. So I'll select that and add that. And then on the other side, just what kind of text do I want? So I want to give students choice how they're going to celebrate dot day. So maybe they're going to create a poem or story about a dot. Fantastic. Look at how easy that is. Then I can add another one and I'm going to choose a blue dot this time. And I'm going to list as many things as you can that are round. It's that easy, that easy. And then I can select either a built-in theme or I can make my own theme. I'll pick the monsters for now because they're fun. But I also want to show you, I've got a choice board all the way built here. So here we've got this choice board and it's got all kinds of fun ideas for students, giving them that choice, giving them control of their own learning. They can pick any of these dots here, list 6 verbs and create a dot that represents each of the verbs. Or, ooh, oh, I love this one, Lois. Create a pointillism art piece, meaning you only use dots. You've got some fantastic art behind you. Did you play with any pointillism?
I did. So I worked on this one and just using dots there, super fun. I've also done a hillside of flowers just using pointillism. So yeah, absolutely.
I love that one. It is so fun. And you know what's great about these choice boards too is you can use this to celebrate dot day, but you've also got it in your back pocket pre-built when you need a quick activity to fill a few minutes or you've got a student that has finished early, you could reuse your dot day choice board or you can have other choice boards built for your students so that they are all ready to go.
Yeah, I really
Now,
love the
Lois,
option, Holly, for students to be able to choose how they're going to learn the material. Like that's really a great feature.
and we know it's so important and it helps students stay engaged when they get to make that choice for themselves. Speaking of making a choice, I think you're going to have us all make our own mark now, right?
Absolutely. So when you asked me earlier what my favorite part of the book was when Vanchi was actually frustrated because she felt like she wasn't an artist. She just had a small dot on her page, and the teacher asked her to sign it. The next day, she came into class, and the teacher had actually framed her dot with her signature, and that inspired her to create all sorts of art with dots. And so I think that's my favorite part. So now we have a whole class whiteboard where people can actually make their own mark with a dot, right?
And we asked a couple of our coworkers to make their mark ahead of time. So, should we take a look at what they did?
Yes.
It's got to load, of course. And man, I love these dots once they get loaded here. Look at how everybody did something different. There are so many different ideas here of people making their mark with, with dots. I don't know. It's so hard to pick a favorite. Which one do you like?
Well, I mean, we were just talking about pointillism. I'm kind of loving the sunset or sunrise, but I'm also really loving MC's pointillism of trees, right? That's pretty awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, both of these are really beautiful. I love how there's so many different ideas, like Chad, who made a candle. So much fun. Can we let everybody else participate?
Absolutely. That's the great thing about Lumio. You can participate from anywhere. Show them how, Holly.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I clicked the wrong button. Sorry about that, everyone.
That's what I do all the time. I am the wrong
Right?
button clicker.
There we go. Okay, here we go. So you can all join us by going to hellosmart.com and you can enter our class ID 517131. We've also got it on the bottom of the screen right there. And once you get it there, we're going to wait for everyone to get on board with us. And then we will let everyone make their mark. Now, Lois, I only have 8 frames. What do I do if we have more than 8 people join us?
Well, that's the great thing, right? You can actually add a page at any time by just copying the page that you already have. Now, you've already used your magic wand on this one to make it a whole class whiteboard. So when you copy it, it'll also be a whole class whiteboard.
Fantastic. So I'm just going to duplicate this page a couple of times. So, and don't worry, the frames will still be there. They're just not showing up. We'll get a couple of duplicates going there so that we've got lots of room for everyone to make their mark if you'd like to. And then what we're going to do once we've got everybody on here, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into student pacing mode so that you can go to any of these new pages that we've made and you can find the frame of your choice and you can make your own mark. So we've got some people joining us. And if you're still getting on, we've got our class code right there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this onto student pacing. And then you can go ahead now and make your own mark. So it's going to we're going to give everyone a couple of minutes to choose a frame, make your mark on any of those pages that we just added there. And we'll give everyone a couple of minutes to do that. And then we'll take a look at what's happening. Let's see our class progress as we're going here. I know oh, look, oh my gosh, people are on it already. Oh, I love these. Look at this monster. Oh, he's so cute.
I think it's Pikachu. It looks like a Pokemon to
I
me.
think you're so right. I think you're so right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, these are great.
Oh, somebody threw in the dots.
We've got actual dots. Love that. By the way, if you're not familiar, your shapes tool is over here on the left hand side so that you can grab those shapes. Or, yes, you can add an image if you like. Please feel free to also sign it. In our book, we know that Vashti was asked to sign her dot. So feel free to sign your dot. Let's see if we got any class progress on any of our other pages here. Okay, we've got some dots going on all over the place. Love this. Love this. So fun.
So what do you think that yellow dot's going to be? I mean, it looks like a sunshine to me, but I think it might turn into a flower. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's go back and look at that. It's fun to see, and this just demonstrates to us how we can see people's thinking in action, right? We can see we've got some ooh, Cool
It is
flower.
a flower.
It is a
Nice.
flower. I love the pink. Isn't that a great pink color? Nice. Ooh, okay. What's this one, the green one becoming?
A tree.
I think it's a tree. At first I thought it was a balloon, but then they made they made a tree trunk. So I think it's a tree. Love that. Love that. So much fun. So much fun. Let's go back to our other page and see how our dots are going here. Thanks everyone for participating with us. This is so fun to see everyone's creativity at work. These are great. Oh, I love the colors chosen in this one down here in the oval frame.
Yeah, that makes me happy looking at it. Oh,
It,
somebody found a heart too. Do you see that?
oh, I love it. Great job using. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a dot. It can be any shape.
That is a very happy face there on the third frame, right?
This guy, he's so cute. I love him.
Adorable.
I love him. All right, so we've shown you a couple of quick, easy activities that you can use to celebrate Dot Day with your students. There are more activities for you. Again, at the end here, we're going to share a link with you to sign up to get even more activities in lots of free resources at go.smarttech.com/livestream. Head there and you'll find all kinds of activities and resources for you to use to celebrate International Dot Day with your students. So we're going to go ahead and turn it back to Asha now to wrap us up.
Awesome work, ladies. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's amazing. I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining us for International Dot Day, brought to you by Lumio, of course. And as Holly mentioned, you can get started for free with Lumio if you haven't already by going to lum.io. And of course, all of the resources and the lesson that you saw today created by Holly and Lois, you can find that at go.smarttech.com/livestream. Now, before we head out, I do want to pass it over to my colleagues, Katie and Andrea, because we are running a classroom makeover contest. You can win $2,500 for signing up for Lumio for free using your school domain, and the deadline is September 30th. So take a look. I'm going to pass it to the ladies.
Hey everyone, this is Katie. I'm super excited to be here with Andrea. We are here to tell you all about how you can have an amazing year in your classroom with an awesome new setup. We have a great contest for you. Andrea, why don't you tell them what it's all about?
So it's a classroom makeover just in time for the back to school season. All you need to do is go to the link below, fill out the form. It's going to ask you for your Lumio email address. And if you don't have one, no problem. It just takes 2 seconds to fill it out and it's free.
Yeah, check out the link below. $2,500 up for grabs for you to make over your classroom. And we'll have some bonus entries for you if you share on social, get your friends to enter. Lots of great stuff to be had. So we hope you enter, have fun, good luck.
Yeah, go now. Enter, enter, enter.
Click below.
Thanks again for joining us. Have a great day. Bye, you guys.